Hi everyone, this is Kaushiki and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a DIY video on unicorn spa theme. So this was the theme birthday party for my daughter's 8th birthday, which happened to be last weekend, and I thought I'll share these DIYs with you because these days almost every girl I know is super fond of unicorns, and these unicorn decor comes really expensive. I'll be sharing the details with you. And these decor that's available on various websites can be made very comfortably at home. So let's get started. So this is the unicorn pinata that I thought I'll make it for my daughter's birthday. And this somewhat costed almost approximately 950 rupees on Amazon, and I thought I can make it at a very less price. For this I used carton boxes which I cut into this kind of a box, and I taped it with simple sellotape. And I'm using some toilet paper. You can also use tissue paper, some colored paper, scissor, glitter paper, and a glue to stick everything. You will also need some hot glue gun and some ribbons. I started with a normal white glue. It was really easy to use toilet paper on this box because it was almost the same size that I wanted the frills to go all along. Using the white glue only was making it difficult for me to use it, so I diluted the white glue with a little bit of water, almost half and half consistency, and then using it with the brush, it became really easy. My daughter was very eager to help me throughout the entire process, and she gets really excited for her birthday. I think that is with all kids. But she was equally enthusiastic about helping me throughout all the DIYs and all the things that we were creating. You will see her hopping here and there every now and then. Even when I was doing the whole decoration and it was getting pretty late, she was also eager to stay up and do all the decorations and be equally participative. The whole birthday came out really well, and I'll be sharing uh, rest of the entire decor process and the party vlog in my next video. But this video will all be about what all preparation went behind uh, doing this spectacular party. So I'll be sharing the details of this spa theme in my next video, where I'll be sharing few vlog clips and at the same time all the spa element that we included for the party. We covered the entire box, leaving a small slit here. Now this will help us to fill all the pinata fillers, whatever we want to add to this. And once we have added this, we'll just simply cover with a piece of toilet paper and stick it all around. So it will be very easy for us to pull everything out of this. I'm not planning to hang this pinata. I'm planning to place it on our console table, and so hence I didn't bother adding any kind of a string to it. But just in case you are planning to hang this pinata somewhere, then I would recommend that you add a string. Add this with either a hot glue gun or with any kind of a stronger adhesive. Using the glue in as much as a gentle fashion that you can do with the help of brush, that was really helping it out. And the thicker the brush, the easier it was for us to apply. And if we were a little harsh on these toilet paper, even if you're using a tissue paper, then it will rip off. And just in case it does, then patch it up with a little bit of more tissue paper and dab some more glue on it, and I think that should be fine. You will see us patching at different spots here and there. Now, using toilet paper for this project made very easy, because it was very easy for us to make the frills. If you're using a tissue paper, then in that case you'll have to uh, cut the tissue paper from between and then start adding the frills. Just take a roll of these toilet paper and then add slits at the end of it. Make sure you do not cut till the top of the toilet paper, because you need some space to stick this onto the cardboard. You have to repeat this process on both the sides, and I'll suggest that you leave this thing to dry for some time, and then only start the second side. Also cover the sides of this pinata with these same type of frill. The only thing to note here is that you start from the top, and since it's a circle and we have to decide what is the top and what is the bottom, so this the place where we created the hole will be the bottom, and right opposite end will be the top where we'll be sticking the horn of the unicorn. My daughter drew these beautiful eyelashes for me and I just cut them. This is absolutely a freehand drawing and you can find many templates on Pinterest. I'll try and link some of them for you in case you're interested. And now I'm taking some glitter paper and I have cut a triangle shape out of it and I'm going to stick this with hot glue gun. I'll stick the eyelashes with a normal glue. By normal glue, I mean white glue. I was doing all these DIY while I was watching Netflix and I was enjoying a couple of series that's there on Netflix, and it was a pretty relaxing for me because I was able to do something while watching TV, so it was just kind of a multitasking thing for me. To make the flowers, I'm using these colored papers and I'm folding them in a squarish kind of a pattern, just like so. It's very much self-explanatory that's being shown on the video, and just simple triangle cuts on top. It gave a very beautiful fluffy flower, and you can do multiple layers. I did only 2, but you can go ahead and do 3 or 4 layers of this, and the more number of layers that you do, the more it looks fuller and fluffier. So I was kind of happy with this look. So I went ahead and added all these flowers with the help of hot glue gun, and I was just kind of adjusting the look the way I want. Yeah, at times I feel that I get really finicky about few things, how they are placed and whether they look nice or not. So I go over and over again. Uh, you will be seeing me adjusting these flowers couple of number of times. So whenever you feel that you're happy with the positioning of these flowers, and then you just simply go ahead and add a dab of glue gun, and they should be fine. They didn't come out all throughout the party and it's still there. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now for the ears, what I'm doing here is I've taken some A4 sheet papers, white color, and some very light almost a dusty pink kind of a color paper. Now the color papers that I'm using here, it's easily available on Amazon, and they come in a set of multicolors, and I tell you, this is such a good stash to have at home if you are a little bit crafty or if your kids are going to school. So it is one of the very good things to have at home when you have some projects to do or some crafts to do. So they come really handy. So I just randomly cut some, I don't know what shape are these. So I think you can make it out from the video itself. So just adding a bit of glue, that the glue mix that we made. And but while attaching these ears to the pinata, I'll be using a hot glue gun. I keep saying hot glue gun, hot glue. So please excuse me for that. I started with this liquid glue, but it was not staying. So I wasn't able to record this. But later on I went ahead and added it with hot glue. You can see that it is constantly ripping out. It got so soggy later on that it was very difficult for me to handle this. Once it was a little dry, I went ahead and added a few dabs of hot glue and it stayed perfect. And I feel that it turned out so cute and so pretty, and I totally loved it, and it stayed on my credenza like a very beautiful decor. Now another second DIY project that we are doing is these personalized badges. Now our badges are nowhere similar to this. We use these badges to Give kids their pony names. Yes, my daughter has this book named as My Little Pony, and they have different kinds of names starting from your letter of your name and the month that you were born in. So it was a really fun game, and when the kids arrived at the party, so the first game that we played was find your uh, pony name or a unicorn name that you can say so. So we cut a circle with the glitter foam in silver color and attached a safety pin at the back and added a lot of ribbons at the bottom and covered these back of the ribbons with the help of another paper. And similarly we added some flowers on top and same golden horn. We did the same kind of a DIY for this letter A that I picked up from flea market, but it's easily available on Amazon as well. This was in wood color. I painted it in this beautiful red orange color, and I used hot glue to stick all these flowers. You can also add some greenery to it if you want, because even for a unicorn theme, the greenery also looks really beautiful. Now this fourth DIY that I did for the birthday was this chalkboard, and I saw this on Amazon at 600 to up to 800 rupees on various sizes, and we hand drew each and everything on a chalkboard that's there in my daughter's room. So we were just simply repurposing with help of some chalks, and that's it. And this was such a fun project because we were having a very sweet conversation with my daughter at what all you like to eat and what all you like to play, what you want to become, and all those fun things. It was so nice to know and do a chit chat. And the unicorn that you see on this chalkboard, this was drawn by my daughter, and she did all the artwork. I was doing just the writing part of it, but the entire artwork around this entire chalkboard was done by her. If you're liking this video, then please consider subscribing and share it with your friends and family, and do comment below. I read every single comment that you leave for me. Follow me on Instagram at Simply Amazing Life by Kaushiki, and I share a lot of insights of my everyday life, of what I cook, where I went, and all those kinds of stuff on Instagram. So you will come to know what's happening in my life on everyday basis. So do follow me on Instagram at Simply Amazing Life by Kaushiki. So that's her doing all the artwork all around. She enjoys it. I mean, she totally enjoys doing all. And this is the finished look of the chalkboard. It came out so beautiful and added such a touch to the party decor. And it was almost at nothing. It costed us absolutely nothing. So we did this welcome sign again. It was around 350 rupees and 350 rupees, and all we needed was some printables, some colored papers, and a pencil and a scissor and glue to stick everything. So we printed our message on A4 sheets, plain white A4 sheets. We did simple black and white printing, nothing fancy about it. I went ahead and cut all of these designs, and then I took some colored paper, and over here I'm using a handmade paper, but you can use any craft paper, any color paper, that it will work with any colored paper. So just trace out your design. You can go for a square, you can go for these ornated design, whatever you're comfortable with, and just stick it on top of the colored paper, and it turns into a very beautiful sign. And I also printed this unicorn, but I was not very happy with the color and I wanted it a little brighter, so I went ahead and took my sketch pens and I painted the unicorn. Then I had this plastic towel with me and I covered it in some masking tape, and I arranged all the design how I wanted this to look like, and then I went ahead and attached all these signs with hot glue. You can go ahead and attach these signs to a lace or a satin ribbon and hang it on the door, but I did not want to do that. I wanted to keep it on our console table and make it stand there, so I didn't want to do any kind of nail drilling or anything onto my walls. So I found this is one of the best solution. You can stick this entire thing into a pot or something, and it will make the whole um banner look really classy. Now I went ahead and printed all the activities and things that we wanted to do for the party, and this is how the banner looked like, and it came out really beautiful and I was super impressed with the way it was looking. So our sixth DIY is this happy birthday banner, and this banner again was around 200 to 50 rupees, and this was super easy. All that I did was I went to the Pinterest, got these free royalty free images, and I printed them, added my letters, and I cut them. I printed them on photo papers. You feel free to print them on simple A4 sheet papers. I'm using a double hole punch, and I have punched this and I'll loop through a satin ribbon or a yarn or even a jute twine, and you have a beautiful birthday banner. You can customize the name of the kid or the birth year. So, anything, the possibilities are absolutely endless to do something like this, and this is at a fraction of the price. So, this is how the banner was looking when we displayed it on the wall. It came out so beautiful. We ran out of ink, yellow ink a little, but that's okay. It was still looking very beautiful. Now, one thing that I would recommend out of this entire video is that you please buy this balloon pump. Oh my god, it is such a savior, and it is a expense, I agree, but you will not regret this purchase ever again. And especially if you have kids and you're planning to have a lot of parties and birthday parties, it will save you tons and tons of money. Trust me, the balloon decorators take so much of money that it is it is really taxing. So I blew up more than, I think, 100 balloons. You will see me making an entire garland out of it, and it took me less than, I think, 1 hour to put everything together. Yes, it was so easier. And earlier I had this hand pump, and I don't know, balloon pump, which is used like you manually pump each and every balloon. It was such a pain. My hands were aching, and every time I used to use that pump, my hand used to get really sore. Also, I got this garland maker, or maybe a balloon arch maker. I'll try and link that for you. Uh, it came along with some balloon glue dots, and it was so easy to use. This, guys, I can't tell you. I mean, I am not a professional for any balloon decoration, but look at this massive garland that I made. I mean, and I'm still left with a lot of arch strip, but I totally ran out of the balloons. I didn't know that this would be this easy, and it will come out such a gorgeous look. Now these flower shaped balloons, I use these clips, and again I picked all these things from Amazon, and I'll try and link that for you. They look like almost like a flower, and you can create one layer or a two layer flower. I'm just creating a one layer flower just to simplify things, but you please go ahead and create a two layer flower where you have big balloons at the bottom and small balloons on the top. It was super easy. You just have to slide the balloon in the slots or the slits that was given, and you keep adding it one after the other, and you have a beautiful flower ready. I used 4 balloons outside and then one for the center. Another thing that I would recommend, if you have a upholstered furniture and you're planning to use it for your parties, is these chair covers. Now, it was such a easy thing to use. They just slided on top of my chairs, and I was super worried because I had kids of 7 to 9 years of age, and I did not expect so much of, you know, alertness or cautiousness from these little kids, that they don't drop anything on my chairs. So these chair covers was such a savior. Now I added these sparkly uh, tool on the chair as a sash, and I added these foil balloons with the help of painter's tape, and it was looking so adorable. The whole chair came out so well. I couldn't think of anything better than this. Now, when I saw these pinwheels on Amazon for more than 300 rupees for just six, I just kind of thought that I had to go back to my school days. I mean, all of us know how to make fans, right? All that you have to do is use some lots of glue, stick those fans, or you can also use staplers for a quick one, and then just use some painter's tape and stick it on to the wall or any surface that you want to stick. And this is how beautiful this wall looked with these pinwheels. I didn't do much. I just added some golden fringes that I picked up from Amazon, and I added this series of pinwheels on top. So I made cookies, donuts, and cake at home. So I would not call myself as a professional baker, but I'm a hobby cake decorator. So I like decorating cakes, cookies, and cupcakes. And for me, making them from scratch is not only a money saving act, but it also helps me to give kids something which is more nutritious, or if not nutritious, then at least some really good ingredients. So we cut out some of these
Ishu, are you ready with the cookies?
gorgeous cloud shape,
What all
as
shapes are
unicorns
these?
are these magical
Clouds,
creatures who live in the
big and
clouds.
small
So my
clouds.
daughter wanted these
Oh.
cloud shapes, and she also was super
What are we
eager
doing
again
for
to
these
help me out.
cookies?
We're gonna dip them in white chocolate once they're baked and
She was
ready.
totally not happy
And
that
then
I
we're
was
gonna
doing
fill
faster
yours
than her, and she totally took in charge of
black,
the entire cookie
then
cutting.
brown
As you can
chocolate,
see her,
dark
that she
chocolate.
was
All we're
all
going
super
to
excited to
use
do all the
one
cookies
of
by
Mama's
herself.
brushing brushes and use food coloring to make it.
Wow. So let's start. Let's bake this, okay? So let's get started.
While all this was happening, my phone stand for recording broke. It just fell down and it broke. But I was very determined to record everything for you guys. So please, if you like this video, do hit that like button. Really, that will mean a lot to me, because as a content creator, I really look forward for your likes and your subscription. They make my day really beautiful. So just in case, if you like these videos, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment down below. We made some white chocolate ganache, and we glazed the donuts and the cookies in the same white chocolate ganache. For white chocolate ganache, I use white chocolate, a little bit of cream, and a little bit of oil. I'll share all these recipe in separate video, because otherwise this video would become extra long. So initially we were trying to dip these, but it was not coming out beautiful, because the temperature suddenly dropped so much in Gurgaon that the chocolate was freezing immediately. So what we did was, we transferred the chocolate mixture in a piping bag, and I started glazing them. I also made a cake somewhat similar to what you see here, and I made it from scratch, and I'll share the recipe in separate video, but just sharing few glimpses of it, how we did it. It is a egg based cake, super moist and really delicious. So the flavor of the cake was vanilla blueberry white chocolate cake. So it was a vanilla cake, and it had blueberry filling in it, and we did the icing with white chocolate buttercream, and the cake was super moist and very delicious. and very, very stable. So this is how the cake turned out. I did the icing really smooth, and then with a very little leftover icing, say almost 3 to 4 tablespoon of icing was left. To that I added a little bit of blue color, and I did
and
the icing with that blue color, so there was not too much of color going in the cake, which is usually a case when you are taking cakes from any of the bakeries. And this is a highly stable ganache. I use Americolors for all my cake decorations. It is one of the finest that is available across the world. And I did some fondant decorations. These days, fondants are very easily available on Amazon. Vison is one of my favorite brands, including